Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are ready for a very, very insane day in the market. I know a lot of people, again, probably all of you have seen what has unfolded over last evening's overnight session here with those strikes on Iran. I mean, YouTube's probably going to get really mad at me for saying those things. Who cares? That's what happened. So we saw that absolutely massive dip in the futures market, completely rallied it back up. Robinhood cut off their 24-hour trading thing that they're offering. Interactive brokers did the same thing as well. Very interesting timing as to where we bounced here last night when we started to see all of that nonsense happening. And then also, what do we have today? Well, we have a pretty big options expiration day, and we need to understand again that 5,000 level on SPX is going to be very important. Now, if you guys were watching what was happening with USD JPY and our bond yields last night, what did you notice? USD JPY started to come down and our bond yields started to go up. So if you guys have been reading those Twitter threads and understanding all of those things that are happening and honestly getting ready for VIX Insights, which is going to be coming out for you guys this weekend, I mean, the thesis is there. If we end up seeing that type of kind of developments happen in the world with all these tensions heating up, the United States could get bailed out. But team, it is that time of day. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, I'd love to receive some good mornings over here. Let's do a little bit of a roll call. As always, any new faces, familiar faces, I'd love to see you guys. And as always, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot getting these streams out to some more people. Again, I think those of you guys that are new are kind of seeing a little bit what we do around here. Again, it's impossible for me to kind of show you guys the knowledge that I'm able to provide in those minute and 30-second trading videos on Instagram and TikTok. We're gonna have another really awesome day today. Let's get after it, man. It is going to be interesting. The ranges are going to be big, but let's see who's in here this morning so far. Oh my God, we got a lot of you guys. Let's see: Samuel, Daily, Taylor, Starsky, Dr. Bob, Kobe, Eddie, Trix, Wreck-It, Ralph, Jay, Caesar, Daniel, Joseph, Angel, Tanej, what's up, team? Ionis, let's see. We got Spliff, Todd, David, Eddie, Chris. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day. We're going to really get after it today. Oh, Daily Taylor, what's up, team? All right, so looking at what happened with bond yields last night, I mean, this was very telling here. When we started to see the strikes start to happen in the Middle East, we saw our bond yields starting to come down. We also saw Japan's bond yields slightly come down a little bit too, which is interesting. Now, the reason why we would start to see these yields starting to come down, flight to safety. It is a flight to safety. So I need to make sure you guys understand that, like, again, it's not really tinfoily, but if you look at the position that the Fed, the Treasury, the United States government is in right now, it is impossible for them to roll over the $7.6 trillion of debt and not cause very significant at current rates and not cause very significant problems for the United States basically in 7 years not being able to pay for Social Security, Medicare, all of those different entitlements, also defense spending, and then all of the additional interest payments. They're not going to be able to pay them with the tax revenues that we're going to be generating. So what happens? Well, there is a situation that could unfold where global conflict breaks out. Everybody flies into the dollar. Demand for bonds skyrockets. Yields come down, and it kind of kicks the can down the road with the government debt. So again, if you guys are interested in learning more about that, it's on my Twitter. What else do we have this morning? So DRV, this has been a nasty one from the Swing Kings watch list. I mean, I don't really know I moved my stops up a little bit, or did I? Yeah, I think I moved my stops up yesterday. And then with what was happening overnight, I moved some targets out. I mean, if we end up getting to 51 at some point, I'll probably still take a little bit off. You guys know I got stopped out in profit on the rest of the BITI position yesterday. But that's just short Bitcoin. I mean, I got that last Friday. That was another really good one. I have Stocks S up here. This one I'm a little bit upset at because 2 Fridays ago I had this thing in the 34s and now it's at 42. Got stopped on that. But I mean, again, over the last few weeks, I mean, we had a 20% green week on the swing account. Then last week was slightly red, but then this week coming out swinging with all of those shorts and nailing it again. I think I'm sitting up like 7-8% now on this week so far. We'll see. What's up, man? Don't know if you remember me. Oh, of course I do, Dustin. What's up, man? Your baby was born? Oh my God, Dustin. Congratulations, man. There you go. I'm telling you, the gold thing is what's really compelling theory for you. Yeah, I know, but like the whole thing about gold is you cannot go back to the gold standard. Like, and you also, so the problem is when people, I think I was talking about this. I don't think I talked about this with you guys yesterday, but I was in a call yesterday. And what I said was, is that if you think about Bitcoin versus gold, oh, we're gonna just drop some knowledge bombs on you guys. All right, well, that was probably bad for YouTube, but like 3.6 trillion USA GDP went to healthcare spend. Yeah, it's insane, dude. The amount of money that we are spending is ridiculous. Yeah, we could do the math on it, and I would like to do the math and figure it out. Well, I also told you guys too, make sure you guys go watch Dollar Endgame, the series by Peruvian Bull. That's a great series. So that's one of the sources that I have for those numbers. I just would have to go and either do the math myself or just go back in and confirm what's in there. But that's a really interesting one. So what were we talking about? Lost my train of thought. Oh, gold and Bitcoin. That's what we were talking about. So when people talk about Bitcoin, they're like, "Oh, store value," and it's like, I sort of, but like not really. If you think about it, because if you were to think about if the whole global system ends up in turmoil and we have to go off of the U.S. dollar as like the global reserve currency, it's probably pretty likely that the internet's not going to work. So like the amount of conflict that's going to happen, so that's going to be very difficult to transact. But then the problem becomes is that when people go and use that argument, they say, well, if not this, then gold, which I think is a bad way to look at it. You can't then just say, oh, because not Bitcoin, it has to then go back to gold. We're not going back. The problem is you have to look at history and see what the issues were with issuing gold backed notes. What they did was these banks were issuing notes based on the reserves that they had, but they were issuing too many notes, too many of them. So they did not have enough reserves in order to meet the requirements if everybody were to come in and try and redeem their notes for physical gold. It sounds very similar to the mark to market issues that we were seeing with regional banks. Just had a little bit of a different scenario in the with United States treasuries. So if you are going to leave basically the monetary system up to like people to manage and they can move around, increase supply and do all of those things, that's bad. I mean, if you could figure out a way to get AI involved to regulate it, that's actually going to be a good thing. That's probably the solution. Not going to lie. I mean, it's not a CBDC because the problem with CBDCs is the central bank part of that because they're just going to keep inflate, 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 inflate. We're going off today. We're going crazy. DRV looking good. USD JPY back up. Yields are still down, but not that significantly. So what's the market doing here? I mean, this is just, I was telling Ralph last night because Ralph went nuts on the drop. I literally sent a message to Ralph. Like, I think it was right in here. I was like, I really want to go long, but I also just want to go to bed. Like, I don't want to be looking at this anymore. Gold back limits the government's ability to spend money. Not really if they just say screw it and they just print more than they have in reserves, which is like kind of what we do now and what they did in the past, you know? Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are ready for another great day. Again, remember, we're live every day at 9 a.m. Unless it's like a CPI day, then we come on a little earlier. The Swing King watch list for this weekend, guys. Those of you guys in the Swing Kings course, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to do some hunting. Like, I'm not really all that jazzed up about doing anything right now. We've had a great couple of weeks. We've had a great couple of months streak. And I think we really just need to wait and see where this thing wants to go. Like with the situation with the yen yields, I did see a couple of reports that people were going to try and intervene on this yen devaluation. The other interesting thing that I have to take a look at is like we all know that the yen is losing value. It's inflating like crazy, which is why we're seeing USD JPY go up so much. The problem was though is that like Japan inflation that came out last night and it was like well below expectations, which to me didn't make any sense, but I'd have to take a deeper look into that how they're calculating it. Like that's I'd have to take a deeper look into that, you know? Cuz like just at a high level view, like if you're seeing your currency massively like inflate, I mean you would also expect to see your like prices inflate too. That's something that we got to take a look at. But yeah, oh, VIX Insights is going to be ready for you guys this weekend. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Those professional level research reports. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Uh, bu- 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 what do we got here? Ooh, we got a lot of slackers on the like button. Is Tesla a good buy at these levels? To me, no. To me, I don't want Tesla down here. I really think this has some more room to the downside. They just had a Cybertruck recall this morning, I believe. Of it was either around 3,000 or 5,000 units. That's not good. Tesla, it's I don't want to say it's a sinking ship, but there's very, very, very slim positive news coming out about it right now. So, and with the way that the market overall is looking, that's not good for Tesla. But that being said, remember what I've told you guys. I mean, if things start to turn around in the market, Tesla and Apple are going to be some of the stocks that I'm going to look at to hammer. You guys know some of my favorite setups like that we've seen, like the Maras, like this one, it's hated. It comes back up. I mean, this was 1,200%. This was a nasty one in here. Like those are some of the charts that I love the most. When they get hated by the market, something comes out and shifts it. It shifts its trend. It gives us our setup, and we can ride an absolutely nasty move. Same thing with like the affirms that we looked at here. I mean, a little bit different, but RKT is a good example of this one right here. I mean, dude, we have been on absolute fire with the swing. Fire. Thoughts on Netflix? Let's do that quick because I do have some thoughts on Netflix. Cootie, thank you, buddy. Let's get those likes going. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. But yeah, let's take a look at Netflix. So Netflix is down what? Ooh, 7% here. So here's what happened with Netflix. They beat their expectations, I think, across the board. But what they also said was that they're no longer going to be reporting quarterly subscriber numbers. Now, that's not good for the market for a couple of reasons. Those of you guys that have been in the mastermind with us, remember how I said that, like, yes, we're going to look at this discounted cash flow model that I taught you guys how to build. Um, in a lot, remember, it was like just by using free cash flow. Now, there's a lot of different ways to get to free cash flow. Well, if Netflix is not going to be reporting its quarterly subscriber numbers, it's going to be a lot more difficult for these analysts to have good expectations as to what Netflix's growth is going to be in the future. Remember, the growth rates of companies is one of the most important things that the market looks at. If it's not growing or growth slows, that is very, very bad for present values in the market. So if it's going to be a lot more difficult to project those numbers, well, then the analyst might just say, well, I don't really want to deal with it. The other thing that you have to think about with Netflix, and I think this is going to be a really common theme. Exactly, Eddie. Growth rate's harder to establish. And this is going to be a really common theme with this earnings season. I think especially in Mag 7, which is like what? Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, a couple of the others. You are seeing these stocks at incredibly high valuations, not that far away from their yearly highs. So when we see these expectations come out for earnings, if they do not beat and blow those expectations so far out of the water, well, then they're probably going to sell off because it doesn't make sense for them to be trading at these valuations. Because in order for them to trend higher, remember, their growth has to be higher than what the market is expecting. Again, that discounted cash flow lessons, the lessons that we did this week for you guys in the mastermind are just like those are going to be some skills that nobody can take away from you guys and just gives you a better view of the overall market. More like Super Six. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. What's going on with the market here? How are we doing? Nothing. I mean, typically I would be interested in something like this, but the range is like a ridiculous amount of points, so I'm not going to touch that. I got stopped out on a little ES trade yesterday, which is fine. Lost like, I don't know, 700 something bucks. But then this one it was actually this right here. Actually, no, where is it? No, it was this one. It was, I don't know. This one was the one that I posted on my Twitter and Instagram story. That was like a nice $2,500 win. That was not bad. I mean, you guys saw the dirty ones from the video from, what was it here? This one was filthy as well. That one was like $3,000. So that was fun. So those are really the only trades I've been taking in terms of the day trades. I mean, that strategy, especially with what we've seen over the last 2 weeks, has locked in another winning month. Like I think it's at 16 winning months in a row right now for that strategy that I give you guys. It's dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. But yeah, Netflix, that is something to keep a lookout for, guys. Earnings expectations are going to be a little elevated, and I personally don't think that these companies have done enough over the last quarter here to really blow those expectations out of the water. I could be wrong, but think about where they're trading and what they would need to do in their earnings report to really, really shock the market in a positive way. They'd have to do a lot. They'd have to do a lot. Oh my God, we're 11 likes away from 50. Thank you, team. I appreciate that. Let's see. What are we going to get today? We got anything crazy? We got anything crazy today? What about news? I mean, I think everybody's really just focused on the tensions in the Middle East. 10:30, we're getting Austin Goolsby speaking. That could be interesting. Oh, also yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday. Neil Kashkari basically came out and said that it's very likely there's a higher probability of 0 rate cuts this year, based on what we're seeing with the inflation numbers. So also the Biden administration draining the SPR this week is a very interesting timing with this little strike that we saw last night. That's interesting. The other thing that's interesting is, remember the I don't know. I think we briefly touched on this yesterday. The 70 billion 5-year bond auction that got announced. Yeah, that's a giant auction. Now, if you're going to see things go into this weekend and a lot of these tensions heat up, well, the demand for bonds is going to go up, could push yields down, and could allow the Treasury to sell these bonds at lower interest rates. Guys, it all has to do with government bond yields right now. You got to be really, really, really aware of this. Let's see. Oh, we got a Nikki Leaks tweet. What's that? Oh, no. No, nothing crazy there. Yeah, and again, as always, team, if you guys have questions on anything that we're going over here, I mean, I know that we talk about some complicated topics, but these are things that everybody really does need to know in order to have long-term success in the market. And I hate to say it this way, but there's really nobody else out there that is teaching you guys this stuff. So again, you guys have questions, you let me know. Because I'm here to make sure that you guys are learning, man. I want to make sure that you guys understand these things because by having better views of what's happening, it allows you to make better, more well-informed decisions in the market. I want to see what happens with DRV today. What are yields doing? Nothing crazy. Netflix. That's just got hammered, man. I don't even know if we're going to be able to use the post-earning strategy I taught you guys at all. I mean, if all these companies just get hammered on earnings, we're probably not going to do a whole lot. It ain't bragging if you back it up. I mean, that's true. That is true. Morning STV Wednesday's mastermind on DCF was amazing. Learning concepts like this is a game changer. Thank you, Vix. Oh, thank you, Tor. I appreciate that, buddy. Apple, Dion, don't start spamming. If you spam, I'm going to put you on the steps. We can take a look at Apple though. Apple's in the garbage right now. Absolute garbage chart here. Again, I think we could easily see some of these tickers give us some really good opportunities later this year, but not now. This is not the time to start slinging things. That's why you guys saw me go short, and I sent you guys those tickers on the Swing King watch list, like the BITI, the DRV. The BITIs were good. The DRV was the big winner. I know Mo. If Mo's in here, Mo made some nice money on the DRVs. What I wanted the Sox S though. I'm pissed about this. I am pissed about this. That I don't have this. This is upsetting to me. But you know, I can't hit them all. I really didn't want more shorts. I really didn't want more shorts, man. I had enough. Where's RT? We got to look at RTX today because Raytheon on the daily looks just filthy. Absolutely filthy. I kind of want it. I mean, this on Monday, you guys saw the top tick on the Raytheons, just the nice scale out at open for around 100%. Those were good. Those were good. You picked up Sox S shares last week. Those are cruising. There you go, Randy. Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it a little bit here. Nothing crazy, but yeah, the socks ass was a really good one. Oh, also guys, the all right, so I mean, we have two prop firms that I know we talk about a lot over here. The first link I'm going to give you guys is the 80% off deal to grab the Apex accounts. If you guys want to get funded with futures, there you guys go. You guys can have up to 20 accounts with them. That's one of the benefits with Apex. You can get more funding than all of the other prop firm platforms. But the best deal that I have seen recently is this one, and it's with my funded futures. It's like it just for the month of April. So I mean, that deal is coming to an end in like what, a week or so. But it's $50 for any account size. Like you get a 150K account challenge on my funded futures for like $50. So those are the two links in there for those of you guys that are interested. You're in your first Apex PA trade. There you go, Kobe. Yeah, seeing these messages of you guys passing your challenges, operating under the less trades more profits methodology that I teach you guys. I mean, it's just one of the most amazing things to see, man. It is awesome. Congratulations to everybody that's taken advantage of all the resources I give you guys. It's like, I hate to say it like this, but like when I see Wayne coming in and crushing it, that makes me really happy because we know Wayne struggled. Not gonna lie, this strategy makes the prop firm so easy. Yeah, I mean it's when you have like a like it is when you're hitting 1 to 6, 1 to 7 risk to rewards. It's like it does make it pretty easy. Andrew, um, I'm happy that you were able to hop in to the mastermind and get all those courses, man. I think you were on the fence with them, but I mean I think you guys have seen kind of just how nasty everything is. Wayne is killing it. I know, man. It's awesome to see. It is absolutely awesome to see. So those are the prop firm links for those of you guys that are interested. There you go. First one's Apex. Second one is the My Funded Futures one. That's a crazy deal. I've never seen anything like that in the futures prop firm space. I was, and I'm so glad I took the leap. That's awesome, Andrew. That is awesome, man. Market coming down a little bit. Nothing crazy though. We got 8 minutes to go until open. Dude, this is gonna be a crazy day. Anyone check on Janet after last night she celebrates, goes to bed, and then dude, did you see the I don't know. I feel like a lot of you guys do follow me on Instagram there, but I didn't want to throw it on Twitter yet because I feel like it would have been in poor taste. But the bonds have gone no bid again. Someone needs to. All right, I'm not even gonna say it here, but it's on my Instagram story. I thought it was funny because it's exactly what we've been saying. Everything is coming to fruition here. What is that RTX stock you're looking at? That's Raytheon. So that's a defense stocks. Should people trade futures before market open? I personally don't like after hours and pre-market futures. The overnight trading strategy that I gave you guys is pretty good. That one's a nice one to kind of look at over time, but you rarely go on Insta. Oh no, that's fine. I mean, dude, that my Instagram has been going nuts. Like almost every video I post is just like over 100,000 views. It's crazy. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. We're trying to teach more people the proper ways to Lockheed could play. Yeah. Your most recent thread pretty much nailed it. Yeah, it did. Which one? The near zero? No, the one from last night that I posted with the near zero rates and how making loans more accessible fuels demand and increases prices. That one's an interesting one. And then what do you call it? But I think you're referring to the which one is it? It's the US economy is headed for disaster one. Yeah, that one pretty much nailed it. That Twitter thread was dope. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I mean, that's just a little taste of what you guys are about to get in VIX Insights when I release that to you guys this weekend. Those professional level research reports on not only just current events happening, historic events that have happened, because when you can understand more about what's happened in history, it makes it a lot easier to understand what's happening in the present and even kind of see the signs of things that are unfolding. In addition to that, I mean, we are going to be doing company research as well. So I've got a few. I've got one in particular that I want to write a research report on for you guys that I find very interesting. And again, most people out there would be charging you guys like 150 bucks a month for that level of research and the amount of work that I'm going to put in for this. Guys, I want to make sure everybody that wants to has access to those research reports. It's going to be 15 bucks a month. Like it's absolutely nothing. You got some trolls on Twitter. Dude, you think I care about Twitter trolls? Like, look at me. Wait, where are they? Where are my Twitter trolls? I don't even see them. I think it was just one. That's fine though. They can get mad all they want. Like, you're gonna get mad at me? I'm the guy you're getting mad at? That's crazy. So yeah, that link for those of you guys that are interested in VIX Insights is gonna go out on Sunday on the free newsletter, and then also to everybody that's already hopped into any of the courses. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready for that. More money printing, less affordability, goes to collapse. It reminds me of Ray Dalio's prediction in the changing world order. Yeah, yeah. It's getting weird out here, team. It's getting weird. I've got a couple other really good threads for you guys too. I got a lot prepared. I got a lot ready to go for you guys. Oh, it's DRV doing. I mean, this is just pre-market nonsense with it. We're probably not going to see that thing move until open, which is in 4 minutes. Is your RTX trading? Mine isn't on TradingView. I don't think so. I mean, it's up 16 cents, but I almost want to do shares with it. I almost want to take the shares trade, and I think we're gonna talk about this. I think at some point today. I've traded a little bit more shares recently. And again, I mean, when we talk about the only reason why, again, I say this a lot in the educational courses, but like the only reason why you would ever choose to trade options over shares is to leave more capital for other opportunities in the market, which again, from November until like middle of March, everything was firing off. Like almost every ticker that I gave you was just gem, 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 gem. But even when you but the thing is I think Mara versus ACB, those two trades is a great example of kind of why like I might shift to a little bit more shares trading versus the options because there's a lot more variables and let's actually go through that here very quickly. So I think a lot of you guys may think that like, oh, you can't make money with shares, you need options to get the leverage. That's just not true. You guys saw me be up over 20% in a week, literally just trading shares. I mean, I did have the options on silver, but most of the gains were coming from the shares trade on ACB. So when we look at Mara right here, and we kind of drag this down to this second take profit area where I was out, that is about a 1 to 6 risk to reward, and my options were up about 600%. That's great. I mean, I'll take that all day long. But the thing is, though, is that my options were coming to expiration. There was some other nonsense happening. I was like, I just got to get out of this trade here. But if I had the shares on this, I mean, I could have just kept riding this up. So it was 1 to 6. Well, I could have held this thing to a 1 to 10, a 1 to 11, or even further up here to these further take profit areas, way the heck up here for like 1 to 20 risk to reward. So that's why when you guys saw me 2 weeks ago on ACB, this nasty one right here, just go for the shares. I mean, you guys saw the difference. I mean, I was a little bit more comfortable holding this thing, especially after my entry in the 450s. It ran to 817, 816. That was my last scale out. And that's a 1 to 16 risk to reward. So in psychologically, it's a lot easier to hold the shares too. So, I mean, we'll see. I kind of like the shares. They're fun. It's also really it's a lot easier for you guys with like 9 to 5 jobs that like can't stare at stuff all day. All right. 40 seconds to go here. You're awesome, Sheila. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Shares is calmer. Yeah, but the gains are the same. Because the way that I teach it to you guys, I mean, the way that the options move are going to mimic shares. It's just you have to be careful with like the big spikes right away or the drops and coming back. It's just it creates a lot more noise in the position. And again, the fact that they're stealing on the option chain so much these days, I don't really enjoy. Ding, ding, ding. The market is open, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got today. DRV down. Raytheon. Hey, bud. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so my DRV shares, I got these in the 41s. So my stop, I think, is 45 now. I think it's like right here. But I've already scaled out up in here. So like that trade, it's not really a big deal. That one's, I'm going to let that one go. ES, how are we gonna look today? Let's see. This is gonna be real interesting, team. And again, as you guys are filtering in, if you guys do enjoy the things we're talking about here and do enjoy these streams, make sure you guys hit that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to some more people. So again, so many people out there just getting led to the slaughter from just listening to nonsense. And I hope you guys are seeing just how we do things in the market and just why, like, the less trades, more profits. Having that long-term vision just helps everybody out so much. DRV back up a little, nothing crazy. AC, I kind of like it, but I'm not touching it. We got to watch USD JPY today. We got to watch our bond yields. If yields start to come down, we could see the market up. If yields start to pick back up again with this with basically the devaluing of the yen, you could easily see this market start to tumble. Big options expiration too. Big options expiration too, team. Let's see. Oh, and also on the point of VIX Insights, where again, that is going to be like the $15 a month. Absolutely nothing. It's like, I think it's cheaper than Netflix right now. But I'm still going to have that free newsletter for you guys every single week. And those of you guys that aren't on there yet, just go on shortthevix.info. You also get a free trading ebook. And we kind of recap everything that's happened with the market over the past week and go through kind of what to look for over the next week. Dude, this thing is just, I want it. I do think this thing's going to go at some point. That's why I have this alert here. I'm probably going to wait on it and be patient with the RTX. We'll see. And then any tickers that you guys want to hear about, just let me know. Dude, I kind of like this. I'm not doing anything right now, but like, how would this look? Like if we did something like this to here, what is that? No, that's crap. That's crap. Get that off here. I don't want that. I don't want that. The risk to reward on a lot of these like potential setups that I've been looking at have just not been great, so I just stay away from them. Like this one's an interesting one here, Boyle. Like I kind of want this, but hold on. That I kind of like. Not really though. This is just different ways of looking at things. Like now I don't really have anything like that'll be interesting. Watch natural gas. Natural gas could get real interesting. The live chat freeze. Where'd you guys go? Where'd you guys go? You just listening to me rant? That's fine. You guys can listen to me rant. I mean, I'd go like stop here, but like big volume. Like I kind of want it. Like I wanted it yesterday, but it was right around. We're just listening to tinfoil. I'm not tinfoiling. I'll let you guys know when I start going tinfoil. We haven't even touched tinfoil. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. This is kind of how this would look. So this is what I would do on this if I were to do it. What the heck is that? I would do something like this. I'd go stops below here, stops to break even as it crosses this target up here. So you get your 1 to 8. That I actually don't hate. I don't know. That's a little early. That might be a slow scaling type of thing for me. What's the point? Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't hate that. You were right. Netflix huge fall. Well, I mean, we already saw it in the pre-market, so like, please don't think that like I predicted the Netflix gap down. Like I already saw it on the chart. We saw the pre-market action. You really don't hate that. Hey. Oh, nice. I just gotta set up some orders here. Actually, I don't really. Kind of just gotta. I just really have to do one order. Yeah, it's all tight risk, but like I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I kind of like that there. We'll see. We will see. DRV screwing around. ES doing its thing. The VIX is interesting. Yeah, what's it doing? What? That's not what I want. This is what I want. What the hell are they doing? I mean, I could see that volatility spike and then coming down, just kind of reacting to this. Yeah, I've got another $1.50 on the DRVs. Where's UNG? United States Natural Gas. How's that look? That's got that look too. That's got that look. So let's see what happens there. 10-year flipping around. All right, let's see what we got. The VIX slept through the news. Well, the new again, it's gonna react like it'll have that knee-jerk reaction because of the futures. It'll open higher and then it'll drastically readjust, I think, really quickly because the VIX futures were trading. So when those open, you'll see it open like gap up, but then it's gonna like rapidly adjust to what actually that's not correct, I don't think. That is just a very strange chart. I mean, I'm trying to explain away the chart there, but I don't know. Here comes UNG. Is Boyle moving? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I don't know. I kind of wish I got it yesterday, but it wasn't really giving me the look that I needed on it. You know? Welcome back to all the familiar faces. I know we got a lot of OGs coming back. Welcome, guys. All the new people. Thoughts on UAA? Let's take a look at that. What is UAA doing? Under ooh, where's Nike? Because Nike was one that actually looked all right. I mean that potential Nike trade could be nasty if you took that with shares. DRV's coming down. Bitcoin 64,600. Yeah, toward that one would need to flip a little bit, and then I think we could see some action on that. Let's see. I mean, this is tiny little red day here on DRV so far. If this market starts to lose it, I mean, this thing can always flip and go boom. But again, I've already made the money on it. Like there's no now it's just stop and profit, see how much more it wants to give me, you know? Like that's it. That's it. Let's see. Is the stream glitching today? What happened? Did we glitch out again? My phone's buzzing. Oh, it's my buddy calling me. You can't answer that now. Sorry, Mike. All right, team. Again, make sure you guys are hitting that. Are you taking the RTX swing? Did it go? No, it's not. I don't think it's above any of those levels. Ooh, it's close. I might. I might. The problem is it's all almost one in the same. That's the issue here. Like in times of when the market gets a little bit wonky, like we're seeing right now, like I don't hate it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I really don't hate this. But the problem is that a lot of the things that I have, it's not like me going long RTX and also long like DRV and UNG are gonna move differently if we start to see this geopolitical situation. Answer stop. Like so I can't answer the phone, Mike. I'm live streaming. You'd see me live streaming. Silver. Mikey, I'll have to see you later. Like you just flew in. I can't. Or are you here yet? Silver does look good. Maybe a little baby trade on the RTX. I don't know. Answer the phone. What are the gold miners doing? Or the JNUG? What's that? How are we looking there? So I actually don't have this trade. I just have marked this out just in case. I was doing the math on it. So I don't know. I'm probably not taking that. I'm probably not taking it. Silvers might give us round two. This was the 535% silver. That one was great. Oh, and also guys, I think for all of you guys that are new going into the weekend, remember all the educational courses are 50% off. So there you guys go. The day trading mastery course with like it's got like an insane amount of winning months in a row. Men lie, women lie, numbers and data don't. And then you also get the Swing Kings course where not only am I teaching you guys how to find stocks that are about to explode before they do, but I also give you guys that watch list every single week of things I'm looking at. So again, you guys have seen all the success of people on there. On that site, we also have a couple of testimonials. If you want to see some more, head over to my Instagram. We have a whole section for that on there. Yeah, I mean, you guys cannot go wrong with those. Those are going to help you guys out immensely. I almost want to wait for this to confirm, you know? Where's UNG? UNG chopping around. ES moving up. Silver could get interesting. I like it. I mean, it's just giving us round two. It needs a couple more days, though. Needs a couple more days. But the problem is like everything that's setting up is all under the same narrative. Like Nike isn't. Nike's got that. Nike is just like it was reacting off of Adidas earnings. But the thing with that is like if this thing wants to go, it could easily go here. Will I like I don't know. I mean, I cut the options that I had on it yesterday because they weren't moving. They just were not moving. I was like, what are you doing? It's the thing is ripped from like what to like 96.22. And my contracts were not moving. I was like, are you kidding me right now? So I just cut them. I was like, this is ridiculous. That's one of the silvers moving. RTX. Nat gas screwing around. Let's see. Did I mention how the heavy CFTC reports can hit? What do you mean the CFTC reports on who? Yeah, the Nike contracts were dead. I was like, what? Like, and that's one of the other reasons, guys, where I'm like, the shares make a lot of sense these days. A lot of sense. I do kind of want this. Lockheed's another one. Lockheed's confirming there. Lockheed is actually getting that break. Oh, that's tight though. I'm just trying to check stuff. Just looking at premiums. Those are kind of icky. Those are kind of icky. ES moving up a little into that zone. Silver. Silver futures had some wild movement last night. If you look at these, this was big. Sold right back off into. Lockheed does have that look though. What would the shares trade look like? Probably it wouldn't be great. I mean, let me just do the math on it. Oh, that's gonna look icky. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. The share setup on Lockheed's pretty good. The share setup on Lockheed's got AMD possible comeback. I freaking hope so, man. I mean, okay, that's fine. Keep going. Keep going up. The amount of money that I have lost, the unrealized gain loss drawdown from up here is like teacher's salary. I mean, you guys know my AMD position. It's huge, and my average is 1139. So, I mean, I did sell those covered calls, so that's good. That's kind of helping me out a little bit, but nothing significant. ES looking to break pre-market highs. It is. Nat gas could get filthy. There's a lot of news surrounding it too. We've got a lot of oil nonsense, especially with the US and SPR, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. That's something to keep a note of. So you're saying it's small? No, I'm saying the drawdown on the position was that significant. And I mean, a lot of other things held up too. Like I have a lot of other stuff in there, but AMD it's got a big weighting. It's got a big weighting. It may not actually be teacher's salary, but it's still significant. Lockheed not pushing, Ung doing nothing. Where's Raytheon? Where's the levels on it? 105. The premiums on Raytheon are actually pretty good. The premiums on Raytheon, like when I traded it over last weekend, the premiums were solid. Yeah, they're pretty good. What if I did this? I I'm trying to think about total risk right now. So I'm thinking about managing the overall swing account and like how much risk I actually want to have on the table. I think that's completely fine. Yeah. Peek at Apple. Oh, bye-bye Apple. Oh my lord, that's not good. Just won your first PA trade ever, up 2.3K. Kobe, congratulations, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. Again, I mean, I threw that Apex link in here for you guys a little bit earlier. I can throw it in there for you guys again. They have that 80% off deal right now, the 1 day to pass. And one of the benefits with Apex is that you guys can have up to 20 accounts. The one drawback, though, of Apex is that intraday trailing drawdown. But again, once you get into those live accounts and you get past that threshold, I mean, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You get to trade like normal. But again, I mean, we've gone through exactly how to manage that, and again, just trade smart, and you guys are gonna be fine. Manchester United. Oh, Tor. Oh, Tor. Speaking my language over here, buddy. Oh my. All right. Didn't they have buyout stuff? Like they always have like buyout rumors and something here, but I do kind of like that. I'd have to look into it a little bit more over the weekend. kind of take a look at that, but I don't hate that. Tor. And this is one of the things that is that I'm the most proud of from the education that I provide you guys is your guys' ability to come in and identify these charts yourselves. That is just like I obviously send you guys the watch list to point you guys in the right direction, but I mean I'll probably see 85% of things that are happening. But when you guys come in and see things like this, I mean that just shows just like how like the learning that you guys are doing. It's a skill that nobody can take away from you. And that's what I'm all about, making sure that you guys are self-sufficient. Yeah, alert fired off on it. I bet it did right here. I mean, it looked a little better in here, but reclaiming and problem is where you targeting like freaking 17. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. I mean, that would be a nice trade there. $2. That'd be really good if that were to go. Raytheon screwing around. I mean, it's got this level up at like 102.28 that it could go and touch. Especially if you see some Iran retaliation, that could get really interesting there. Uh-huh. Oh, let me check something quick. Uh-huh. All right. All right. Oh, cool. All right. Let's see what we're gonna get here. Ooh, what was that? Uh-oh, ES. What you doing here, pal? What you doing here, buddy? Oil stocks lately. Didn't oil give back most of its moves? So, like, let's just check CL really quick and WTI. They're gonna basically, yeah, that. I mean, that was last night's craziness. So, oil stocks, especially with the drain. Oh, that's interesting on Exxon though. That's the drain of the U.S. SPR, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, is flooding our markets. It's trying to flood our markets with supply right now to lower the price of oil. Basically what they're doing, I'll tell you guys this right now. When you see things like, especially in an election year when oil is going up like this and the Biden administration comes out, and it doesn't matter which administration it is, they all do it. But again, this is the administration we're dealing with, so we're going to talk about it. So what they're doing is they're trying to flood the oil market with supply to lower the price of oil so that potentially the inflation numbers can tick back down so they look better going into election season. It's just political strategy. But is it smart in terms of our like geopolitical like relationships and all the risks that we have? I mean, not necessarily, because you're draining our strategic petroleum reserves, not to actually do anything with it, just to manipulate the price of oil domestically. So what happens if everything if all the conflict starts to really heat up and we don't have anything? Well, that's not going to be good. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Again, they all do it. I'm not here to be like, oh, either side, something. I mean, you guys can make your own decisions, but that's what's happening right now. Let's see. Randy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Dude, I can't believe that my funded futures deal. That prop firm is nuts. They're giving away freaking 150K accounts for $50. That's ridiculous. Is volume low with anyone else? No, I don't think so. I think we're good. I think you just gotta turn it up, you know? Could just be your stuff over there. All right. You know what, man? You know what? What does this look like? I just want to do the math. What would this look like? Stops below here. Targeting. That's nuts, man. I like that. I like that. What's all right? That's a decent hedge too, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Hmm. What are the options on it look like? They may not be that bad. Mm, no volume. Damn. I like that though, Tor. Hey, Lava Gamer, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Very crazy day. I mean, I'm just gonna draw this out here. I don't have anything on it, so Ung is picking up a little. RTX, DRV chopping around at 46.50. That's fine. Oops, nope. 46.37 now. IWM's ripping. Yeah, that's interesting. I do like the Man U setup though. Like I really do. Just the chain sucks. And how's it look on the weekly? Is it just banging its head on the? And you could do this if you really wanted to. You could just extend out the risk out a little. 49 cents. That becomes a little bit better. Let's see. Do I have coffee left? Not really. I don't know. I don't hate it. The weekly chart looks kind of icky. Just being below that 10, but the daily chart looks really good. Daily chart's looking good there. I'm basically flat on the day here. There's like not much going on. What do I think about gold's movements today? Let's take a look. I mean, I like how gold looks. I like how silver looks a lot too. I like how the gold miners look. They are just very elevated. Now, the other point that I want to bring up to you guys, hit the like, you filthy animals. Thank you, LG. I appreciate that, buddy. The other thing that I want to bring up to everybody is that this sell-off that we've witnessed in the market over like the last 2 weeks here is a gift, especially with the way that we swing. You guys kind of noticed how I started to take a little bit of a like go a little bit more risk off after we were hitting all those some of the like guys, for being honest, like those of you guys that were in the that watch that or we're getting the Swing Kings list, like we were calling and showing you guys on the watch list every single stock that made wild moves, everyone. um I mean, specifically, we can go towards the micro strategy one where like it's just been ridiculous with just how filthy this has been. Like micro strategy, we talked about it between these 2 days right here, Friday going into Monday, and that was the Sunday watch list that you guys got. The stock proceeded to more than double. Like that's insane. So when we think RTX is moving, but when we think about the overall structure of a lot of what you're seeing in the market, well, a lot of these stocks have been at all-time highs, very high valuations, and they're just at levels that if they were to get going to the upside, they may not go as much. Now, with all of these sell-offs that we've seen, if we can then see a little shift of trend, oh, we're gonna be in great shape because we get better, more high quality setups. They just look better. Don't laugh at me, Vix. Is that dumpster fire AMC trying for a daily setup? Is it? It is trying for it, actually. It actually is. I actually wouldn't hate that. That would be hilarious. The problem is you have earnings coming up here, and they're probably going to sell off on earnings. So check NQ. Why? Why? It's going to be doing basically the same thing as ES. Look, that's a little divergence there, but nothing crazy. Why is ES starting to move down? Yeah, a little bit. They look basically the same. Where's RTX? Are we getting above that 102 yet? No. Ung's looking all right there. I just have an alert here at 15 on Ung. Can I check Bitcoin and Ethereum? Sure. Sure. Mainly Bitcoin. I mean, I don't really do anything on Ethereum. Bitcoin, it's kind of coming up to this little area of resistance here. Going into the halving will be interesting. I mean, I bought some more altcoins yesterday. Those purchases are doing good, but remember, that's in my like fun crypto swing account. Like you guys saw me, or no, I mean, I tweeted it out that I nailed the Suku move. I mean, I own that thing at 11, sold half of it at like 27 cents. That was pretty good. What I think about indicators? I don't really use any. If they work for you, they work for you. Yeah, flat on the day. That's fine. Great week, guys. Absolutely great week. Another solid week with the swings, man. So we're gonna see what we can get here. Ung's looking like it wants to pop a little. Bitcoin on the daily. I mean, again, it is coming up to that 10 and it's rejecting. If you look at this thing on the weekly, you're not getting much from there. 4 hour. 4 hour, you're definitely getting that shift of trend. But when's the halving supposed to happen? Like today or tomorrow, right? It's supposed to happen today or tomorrow. I don't know, guys. I mean, again, you think about like indicators and everything. It's like, guys, you once you guys see everything that I teach you in those educational courses, you're gonna be like, it's that simple. And it's like, yeah, guys, like stop trying to overcomplicate stuff. Like I literally give you guys like strategies that are just some of the most powerful things that one I've ever seen and that you guys have ever seen too. And then a lot of people are like, oh, what about this? And it's like, you don't need to overcomplicate it. I saw a really interesting tweet yesterday, and it said beginners and amateurs like to try and find and look for complexity, while professionals always are looking for simplicity. And that I think is one of the best things that you could say. It's like, guys, so many people try to overcomplicate the market in trading and think that there's some like magic trick to it. I'll tell you what the magic trick is. Ready? It's trading with systems over discretion and understanding your system and the data that it produces so well that it allows you to be able to more so focus on that long-term vision so that you understand that the outcome of one individual trade is meaningless if you have a good understanding of what a potential strategy could generate you in the long run. It makes it so much easier to eliminate all of the beginner mistakes that everybody makes, and it takes all of the fear and the emotional decision making out of trading. And that's what I want for you guys. And that's why everybody loves it. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's just a really smart guy, man. Like that dude is smart. RTX 102. There we go. Oops. Ooh, nice. Nice. It's so true. Yeah, man. It's like, guys, I mean, if you guys are interested in, again, I don't really care what you trade. Like, I don't care. If you guys want to use the things that I teach you that are all back tested, that are, you guys know exactly what the results are, go for it. You guys have access to that 50% off deal, and I can throw that in the live chat for you. But what I will tell you is that if you guys try to go with a lot of these other things that are like, ooh, I think the market's going to be here with all these alerts and all that, not like people trying to tell you what to do, it's like, guys, you're going to fail. You see it time and time again. And you guys can see, like, you guys see me sit here every day saying, guys, let's use some systems over discretion and make sure that we're not leading anybody to the slaughter here. And that's why, like, everybody can come in and they're like, oh my God, trading is so much more relaxing now. It's like, yeah, that's the point. It's not stressful. Wells Fargo, let's take a look. Whoa, this was on the watch list, wasn't it? No, I think it was SCHW. This one. This one invalidated, I think, from when we were looking at it, but it still got up there. RTX, this one could be a gem. That one could be a real good one. NOP. Nevada Organic Phosphate on the Canadian exchange. Why do you have a Nevada Organic Phosphate on the Canadian exchange? Riddle me that. I'm just kidding. Sometimes being too smart is a handicap, not an advantage. Well, exactly. Like you guys know the vast amount of knowledge that like we give over here. I mean, there is no we, but like, but you have to turn that off. When I'm in the market, I turn it off. In times like this, the knowledge becomes very, very relevant to understand the market shifting and when to go for those inverse ETFs and things like that. Other than that, guys, simplicity is key. There goes Raytheon new highs. What are those? Those are probably looking good. Yeah, those are looking good. Nice. Those are looking real good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it wants to rip, great. If it wants to stop me out, okay. Perfectly fine. Let's see. There you go. All right, you're about to get that break here on Raytheon. What's the height of this candle? 102.35. So I want to move this up a little. Let's do 102.36. That's getting up there. What about some silver stocks? I think I looked at one yesterday. It's like PAAS, I think. Yeah, Pan American Silver. How's that? Nothing crazy there. I don't really want that. Yeah, I like the Raytheon setup. I like it a lot, especially with like all the tensions rising and everything that's going on in the world. I like it. I like that stock there. After last night, the opening price action is boring. Dude, last night was insane. Yeah, here we go on Raytheon. Let's see if this one wants to reach. All right, let's see. Where's UNG? Down a little. DRV screwing around. How's oil been behaving lately? Oil's been incredibly volatile, especially with the SPR drain. Incredibly volatile. I think working in financial services for so long led you to overanalyze, tinker with trades. It does. Like again, Daily Taylor, what from your experience in the courses and the strategies that I teach you, how complicated is it to learn? Just ask. Like how complicated is that stuff? Oh, like on like a complicated versus effectiveness matrix. Like how complicated is it? Anybody can answer that question, but I mean, it's here we go on Raytheon. What the? Oh, here we go. Not at all. See, it's so simple. Anybody can do it. We are now slightly green on the deck, basically flat though. Your kids are learning it exactly. Like, I'm coming down. Let's see. The DRVs are still looking good. He's just hanging out here. Bitcoin doing nothing. Is there monthly plans? Oh, no. Austin, it's just a one-time fee. And then you guys have access to me forever. And I send you guys the watch list every week. And then for the day trading mastery course, like you don't need me. Like it's so simple to see it. But with so there is going to be a monthly plan for VIX Insights, but those are professional level research reports that I'm giving you guys about all of the different things happening in the market, historic events, going through fundamental analysis of companies. But like that's gonna come out on Sunday, and that's gonna be like $15 a month, guys. Like you guys know I can charge like $100 a month for that with the amount of work that I'm gonna be putting in and the amount of actual like value in there. Hell no. I want all of you guys that show the ability that or show the willingness to learn to be able to have access to these things. You thought it was yearly? No, it's not. No, dude. The courses are one-time fee. And they're 50% off right now. Like, I'm not here to be like, "Oh, we have 2 courses, make sure you buy both for full price." No, you guys that show the ability that you really wanna learn, I'm always gonna hook you guys up, always. Maybe you're confused with how many classes and programs there are? I have the Swing Kings course, the Day Trading Mastery course, which together, if you want both, they're 50% off, which I can throw that link in the live chat here. And then we do have the mastermind as well, but that's for those of you guys that are really serious. Like those concepts that we're talking about in the mastermind are complicated. Obviously I break them down, but the mastermind is I think it's going to go longer than the 10 weeks I thought it was going to. It's like 10 weeks, 2 1-hour sessions a week. We expand on all the strategies from those 2 courses. Give you guys more strategies, and then in addition, we go through. I'm giving you guys a college level education in finance. And then what we're about to start doing next week is the building portfolios, managing portfolios, modern portfolio theory, and then we're going to do a whole section on like macroeconomics, the Fed, how to read all of the data that's coming out, and being able to understand those things. So again, when you guys do read those VIX Insights research reports, you're going to have a really good understanding of what you're looking at. Yes, they're 50% off. It's one-time fee. You guys want to hop in? Go for it. RTX came down. UNG popped back up. That's interesting. Market losing it a little here. You're a finance student. We just did modern portfolio theory. Nice. The little curve you got. Yeah, I mean, we went through what did we do this? DCFs were what we covered this week. Last week was, or it was more so, it was like asset valuation in general this week. What did we do last week? I forget. We're already like 6 or 7 weeks in. Dude, I thought it was gonna be like 8 to 10 weeks, 2 1-hour sessions a week, but like it's just gonna go long. Yeah, CAPM, capital asset pricing model. What else we cover? I mean, we did everything, like time value of money. What else did we do? Gordon growth model, discount, dividend discount model. We did everything. You got sell stops below the wick on ES. Why? Oh, you mean like to enter shorts? Dividend discount model growth. Oh yeah, NPV, IRR, required rate of return, WACC. Yeah, weighted average cost of capital. That was a really important one. PXD. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, for those of you guys that are interested too, I mean, it is the first link in the description, but that's like for those of you guys that are really interested in learning, it's like it is obviously more expensive because I'm doing it live, and the things that we're teaching are like the amount of money that I paid to do that stuff in college. It's ridiculous. Let's see. And then you guys have all weekend to go in, learn. And obviously, like this is one thing that I do as well. It's like, you guys have any questions? Like, just message me on Instagram or Twitter. Like, I'm always around answering your guys' questions on things you're confused on. I don't know if Todd's in here, but I've been sending Todd. Todd asks a lot of questions, which is good. Questions are good, but I send Todd back like paragraphs of like just going through stuff. Oh, you're gonna short it? Okay, yeah. I mean, do what you got to do, man. Not something that I would do, but if that's what you're interested in, go for it. My trading options or shares on RTX. I'm trading the options on RTX. So we'll see what happens with it. Just because like the options are actually fairly priced, especially if you go out a little bit. I like them. I like them. They're up a little now. I don't know what they're up, but they are up a little bit, like 10%. Nothing crazy. So I want to see what they're gonna be like up here if we get that push. I don't know. It could stop me out too. That's fine. Like again, guys, I don't know the way that I approach it, and what you guys will see, and kind of when we go through some of those past trades, it's like every single chart that I identify has the ability to do this. Is it going to? I don't know. But that's the point of it. It's like making sure that you put yourself in position to capitalize on stuff like this. RTX. I like it. I like it. DRV just doing absolutely nothing. Oh, what are yields doing? Yields are coming up a little. Where's USD JPY? Is that thing moving up? I would expect it to be. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. There we go. SMCI down 13. What? Hold on. Where's like Nvidia and AMD? Nvidia's selling down. Where's AMD? Did that lose it? And AMD's down. SMCI is getting clobbered. Oh my god. Ouch. Ouch, dude. That thing's getting manhandled. Yeah, RTX still looking good. Those are might be up a little bit more than 10% now. What are they up? 12%? What do I care about 12%? SMCI, one of the largest holders. Oh, it is. Well, didn't they take it out of IWM and put it in the S&P 500? Or did that not happen yet? Or can they have it in both? Can they leave it in IWM as well? That would be an interesting one to think about there. UNG moving up a little. Yeah, let's get USD JPY back on board here. I want to see what's going to happen with this. If this thing flips green, oh my. Oh my. Oh my lord. What else we got in here? What is that? Oh no, that's the only thing. That is no joke. Love that. You didn't have to call me out though. No. I wasn't calling you out, Todd. Todd, you're asking a lot of good questions. But I mean, I think that just goes to show like the amount of even like again, I'm not here to be like, especially with the trading stuff, like you guys don't gotta pay me every month. One-time fee. With the VIX Insight stuff though, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be $15. Yeah, you guys have any questions? Like, I'm always around to answer. You're asking good questions though, Todd. Like those questions are good. Yeah, Todd, you have that code now, I think, that I sent you. So yeah, you should be good to go. What are these doing? Let's see. Yes. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. What are they going to do with this thing today? I mean, it is OPEX. I would expect to see a little bit of volatility to the downside, especially with what happened last night, but I don't know. DRV coming down, which is weird. UNG is coming up there, though. What's, yeah, here we go on USD JPY. SLV, how are we looking here? Yeah, I mean, so with the SLV trade, I actually held this through this 2660 and then ended up selling it at like 2680. That's why, like I said, like, oh, I saw them at over 600%, but I sold at like 535. It was because I held it through and then sold it as it started to move back down. Let's see. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, this weekend's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna have a good time. Let's see. You really thought the RN strikes would make the market heavier? Well, the problem was that okay, that was a poor way to explain this. Let's restart. This is not a problem. It is though, in the sense that like it's just kind of like they're playing chicken. Like, all right, you think about like what the actual strikes did. I don't think they just, from what I saw, they didn't hit any of the nuclear facilities, and they hit a bunch of planes that were 50 years old that like they weren't going to use anyway. You're up 123% on LMT. Great work, Elgene. There you go. Yeah, that one was looking dirty. We were talking about Lockheed at the beginning of this week about how that setup was looking. It was going into the weekend. It was looking a little wonky, but yeah, this is epic. There you go. I just want to see RTX get that move too. It's trying. If RTX can break above that 102.36, I think those buyers are probably going to step up. It just has to get up there. Remember, though, Lockheed did just get that big multi-billion-dollar deal. It's almost as if they collaborate on which targets to hit that everyone would be happy with. Right. It's weird. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not a war expert, obviously, but it's just strange. I mean, we have enough intellectual capability to be able to identify things that are strange, but in that area, I mean, I don't know. That's weird. To me, it's strange. Because if you start saying like, "Oh my god, we're going to go nuts," and then you don't, it's like, to me that's almost like a, I don't know. I don't know. I get the both sides, like they have to do something. Both, I guess both of them. I guess, but and then they don't want to start and go too nuts with it just to start like a giant like a wildly crazy conflict out there, but I don't know, man. You lucked out and got filled at the bid. You can do that on Lockheed sometimes. We did that a few times, I think, like what, 2 years ago when the Russia Ukraine stuff started to happen. Like there was some thievery going on the option chain there. Someone said 300 doses of USD. Oh, we'd go nuts, man. We'd go crazy. We would go absolutely nuts. We'd be like, what did you just do? That's why people don't do it. I don't know. It's sad across the board that that's happening, but it's going to affect markets, so we have to talk about it. The SMCI is still nice. Oh boy, I don't even want to look. I don't have anything on it, but I just know the semi. Oh, is Sock's ass going nuts? Dude, that's the one that I'm the most upset that I didn't hold my sock. What is this at? FCX. We're gonna look at that. This is metals, non-energy minerals. Oh, earnings in 4 days. Yeah, we can't touch that. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks strange. It just looks a bit strange. Wing. How do I like it for a short? I don't know, Ralph. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's just to me, where's the risk? Above the 10? Above this candle? Ooh, I just screwed up my eye. I think we're good. Like, where's the risk on this thing? I mean, that's the problem that I have sometimes with the shorts, because the longs, it's so easy to define your risk, but like, where is it on the short? That's why I go for the inverses a little bit better. You played options on Success and they didn't have enough time. Yeah, guys, I've gone through this so many times. I will never trade options on a 3 times levered. We went through that a lot yesterday on the stream. Daniel, hopefully it still worked out for you. Let's see. RTF. Where's Ung? Ung screwing around, not doing anything. I do like the look of Nat Gas though. These contracts are moving a little weird on RTX. Yeah, that's what I thought. DRV coming down too, which is a bit interesting today. I mean, I still have a nice buffer on it, so we'll see what happens there. I think my stop's at like 45 in profit on the rest of it. Like I've already scaled way out of that thing. I want to see if today, I want to see if Raytheon can get through. If that thing can get through there, it could pull a Lockheed and just go. Whoop. Ooh, there goes ES. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we are 20 likes away from 100, team. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys have not hit the like button in there yet, I know there's about 40 of you guys currently that have not done it. Make sure you guys are doing that. Helps me out a whole lot. Costs you guys nothing to do it. Let's see. But seeing it in practice, how wonky it moves is a good lesson to why to play shares. Exactly. Exactly. Dude, DRV, what are you doing today? Where's USDJPY? It's just kind of settling in. It's not really doing anything. It's not really doing much. I mean, you guys got a whoever was short off 50.38 just got a nice 7 points there. There you go. There you go. Wasn't for me, but that's a nice short there. Like there's not, I don't really see anything here that I'm gonna enjoy. Like this is just straight trend up. So you'd have to play it off of this and the risk is way too big. Take a good laugh. Banks believe they are well prepared for the commercial real estate fallout. Well, that's funny when you look at it at face value, but they are because you know what they do? They're playing this game called extend and pretend. So they're just extending these terms, extending these grace periods so that these banks can just or these lenders can like figure it out. Which are they going to be able to? I don't think so. Ooh, there's ES going slip slip. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Dude, the amount of spam calls that I get these days is absolutely insane. I'm gonna start screaming at them. I used to have a thing that I would say to all these spam calls to get them to stop calling me, and they never would call me again. I'm not gonna say it on stream, but like if you say a certain set of words to people who like spam call you from like Medicare rewards, they will never call you again. And I think it's time for part two because they call me all the time. I'm 24. I don't need your stupid Medicare rewards. Get your freaking phone call list right, okay? When the federal government is your piggy bank, you're pretty much always prepared. Yeah, that's true. DRV, what are you doing? That's just weird movement here today. I don't understand that, but that's fine. I mean, we already nailed the trade. SPX broke 5,000. Ooh, did they bring it back up though? Nope. Yeah, SPX down below 5,000. That's a very key level for today, especially with options expiration and the hedging. Oof, this could get dirty. Oh, you say that? That's not what I say. I say something pretty nuts. Because then if they call back, you could like really get them in trouble. You say if you call me again, I'm gonna XYZ, and then they never call you. So you could say a wide variety of things to get them to not call you back, but I have a certain good one. Quick question: are the activation fees on the prop brokers a one-time fee? Yes. And I'm guessing the monthly fee will go to the original price of the 80%. No, I'm pretty sure it locks you in. It might go up a little bit, but once you pay the one-time fee, I'm pretty sure you don't pay monthly anymore. So like once you pay the activation fee, your monthly cost is no longer there. It's like once you pass, you don't pay the monthly fee. Is it something about their dad? No, it's not. I'm not telling you what it is. Sorry, it's not. YouTube would get so angry at me. And again, for those of you guys that are interested in that new prop firm there, I mean, My Funded Futures, that deal, I just threw that link in the live chat. It's like, what do you call it? It's like $50 for any size account. That's the most insane deal that I've ever seen for you guys. Do you flirt with them? No. Sorry, no. I definitely don't do that. DRV, where are you going? All right, you want to do your thing over there? That's fine. He invites them to Wendy's. No. Raytheon coming back. You have to pay for the performance account. Yeah, the activation fee. It might be like a monthly fee on like the data, but like I don't think it's anything after that. Wendy's dumpster? No. What do we got here? Dude, DRV just hates its life today. That's fine. Let it do its thing. Careful, Mikey is going back from Wendy's. I don't think it's Mikey, man. I don't think it's gonna be Mikey. Do I like Kava short? Yeah. I don't want any more shorts, Ralph. I don't think I've like. I actually need a long. Like I need to find a long. That's the problem. That's why I was looking at Man U. I don't know what it's doing now, but it went. That thing went a little. Like I need a long. I can't like because technically this is I would not view this as short, but like if this fires off with more conflict, like that's gonna be an interesting one. Then you've got like Boyle and DRV, which are also technically shorts too. It's like 180 for lifetime on the 50 year, about $100 monthly. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, so I think that my funded futures is the best deal. The way that Apex wins is that you can get more funding with Apex. That's where Apex can win because if you guys want to get like $1 million in funding, you can do it. I don't think you can do it at my funded futures, but it just depends on what you want. Like my funded futures is like Top Step, but cheaper. Apex is like they have that one intraday trail rule, but once you get past that and you have a bunch of different accounts, like you can get a crazy amount of funding with them. So it really depends on what your goals are with the prop firms. Do you just want 1 or 2 accounts to make some money off of, or do you want to go absolutely nuts with them? Raytheon back up. I want to see it get through there, see what happens. I am confused on DRV today. I would have expected that to be actually pretty green. I mean, if that stops me out though in profit, I mean, I just have more. There it goes. More available cash for swings. Goolsby quotes coming through. Yup. What do we got? Oh, I don't see him yet. Hold on. I don't see it coming through yet. Maybe I just missed it. Yeah, Goolsby 2 minutes ago. Progress on U.S. inflation has stalled. Goolsby makes sense to wait to get more clarity before moving in reference to rate cuts. Persistently high housing inflation is the main short-run problem. Oil. Proper Fed policy going forward will depend on the data. Interesting. Yeah, Google Goolsby serving up nothing burgers. Yeah, that was absolutely nothing. Worthless statements by Austin Goolsby. Let's see. DRV's back up a little. Yum. The nothing burger profit. Or the nothing burger sandwich. Is a burger a sandwich? I feel like it kind of is. Or is it its own thing? Uh, hmm. Where's Ung? Just chilling. Let's see. Bond market seems to not know what to do. No, that dude, they have no idea what to do. No idea what to do with this right now. Because right now, yields are picking up. That just picked up a little bit. Maybe it didn't. I mean, it looked like it picked up there for a second. It's the best sandwich. Is cereal a soup? Nah, cereal's cold. Most soups are hot. Cereal would be like ceviche or something. Like, right? Let's see. Dude, this is ridiculous with these calls. F off. I don't care about your stupid Medicare rewards. Leave me alone. What do we got? Oh, Raytheon losing it there. That's interesting. I mean, it could just move with the overall market, but with the geopolitical risk, I mean, I still like it. Those should still be green, I think. Yeah, those are still green. What do we got? I'm doing nothing. Very slow here. I mean, the market is kind of flickering around. If we start to lose some of these levels, you could get some interesting movement. I mean, there could be an opportunity for maybe, but the ranges are too big. The ranges are really too big for me to want to do anything. Trying to reach out about your car's extended warranty? Dude, it's annoying. Let's 10-year. Nothing, man. Everything's just slow. Everything's just slow, man. I do like this potential natural gas move, though. I really do. That could be really interesting. Oh, 11 likes away from 100. Thank you, team. Appreciate it. DRV just behaving weirdly today. What else do we have? I mean, USD JPY is not doing much. What's what else can we look at here? Apple stopped hemorrhaging. Kinda, but like that's still in the pooper. You're probably done for the week. Yeah, man. I mean, this week was great, especially with the let's see, just 10. 10 what? Ooh. Ooh. Slip, slip. Slip, slip. Oh, you're talking about the likes? Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Oh, let's see. Like, you try to trade this today after everything that happened, I think you're an insane person. Like, I actually think you have a mental condition. Like, what are you trying to do? We've already had a nasty week. Just a sick week across the board. There's nothing really to do. There's nothing to do. Well, I got to make that Swing Kings watch list for those of you guys that hop into the Swing Kings course. Like, and then again, obviously, like those of you guys that hop in, take advantage of that 50% off deal. Like, you guys have any questions over the weekend about the videos that you go through, like, just message me. I'm always around to answer you guys. Even if I'm out doing something crazy, I'm still messaging you. Could be 2 a.m. If I see that message, you guys are getting a good response. Let's see. Raytheon losing it. I mean, you got 5 minutes left for a new 15-minute candle on ES. This weekend's gonna be very interesting to see if things heat up. Have I used Weeble's futures yet? No, I haven't. I mean, I kind of like using the like Ninja Trader and Tradevate. I kind of want to try Weeble's futures just to see how it works, but I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Have you guys tried it? Like, is it a nice interface? Like, good? How are the fee? Can't, aren't you like? Didn't everybody get a deal where it's like no fees for 6 months or something up to a certain point? It's something like that. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's used it yet. I haven't. I don't know. I just kind of like those Tradevate and Ninja Trader accounts. I like their interface. It's easy to use. I've got it set up nicely for when I record those trading videos for you guys. It's easy. It's like I don't know. I don't really want to change it now. You don't know what you're doing. They don't have a paper trade option. Well, yeah, they should add that. They should definitely add that in there. Goolsby, what is the golden path you just talked about? Wait, what? Oh, that would be interesting. What'd he say? Goolsby, the golden path is more difficult for 2024. Yeah, but it would be more bumpy. Huh. Are they going to start throwing new terms at us now? That could be a very interesting development. They start maneuvering just how they say things. Oh, that could be interesting. That could be very interesting. Dude, last night was all the excitement, and now it's just like chopping around. Chopping around. I mean, 1074 is the 10 on the daily on UNG. So, I mean, let's see if that wants to get above there, start breaking. The golden path. Yeah, like what's the golden path? Goolsby, yeah, it just came through the other news feed. Goolsby says real Fed funds rate is historically quite high. Policy trade-offs are harder this year. You know why? Because it's a freaking election year. You could just say that. You could just say, oops, I don't want to make anybody upset during an election year. You could just say that too, Goolsby. Like, that's fine. We all know what you're saying. We all know what you're saying. Is it? Stop it, Romeo. Stop it. DRV coming back a little. Uh, it does sound like branding. They're trying to brand it as something else. They're like, oh, it's not this, but it could be this. They're just like, it's almost like the inflation is transitory, then it's here, like here to stay, transitory, not a big deal. Like it's all sorts of nonsense. Goolsby looks younger than you thought he would. I think, yeah, there's some younger guys in there. I do like this though. I do like the RTX. I'm gonna hold that one. Those are still green though, I bet. Yeah, those are still green. DRV doing nothing. UNG doing absolutely nothing. We got Apple in the you know what in the toilet. I mean, we're probably going to get some decent setups on the Tesla and Apple later this year. It's just not now. It's absolutely not now. Like buying this here is just trying to catch a falling knife, especially after what it tried to do here. Oh boy, that would be. Is he saying Golden Path was easy in 2023, 2024 harder? Well, yeah, think about it. Like in 2023, what did we see, especially going into the end of the year? Well, a lot of what we were seeing was inflate all the year over year inflation numbers were coming down. So that's why again, Ralph, I know you know this, but like all the rate cut expectations were sky high. So now that's not the case, he's gonna be like, well, it's going to be a lot harder to kind of do what we want to do and mess with the data to make it look good. Like that's effectively what they're saying. Bumpy being crazy with the golden path reference? No, because the golden path is basically the soft landing. So if he's saying, I can see what you're saying. He's saying the path to the golden path is going to be difficult. It is suggesting bumpy, but I think they've already said bumpy. Like they've already said bumpy. So I don't really know why he would then come out and try to and just like dance around it in a different way, especially with Kashkari coming out and being like, "Oh yeah, no, this stuff's messed up." Like the runway for a soft landing getting short. There is no soft landing. Like how do you soft land it? Like you got to get inflation back down to 2. The long run inflation target's going to be higher. That's why you're seeing all of big money fly into gold, oil, and all of those other things because they know that they have to put capital to work somewhere. And if they believe that inflation is going to be higher for longer, then they have to be buying things that benefit with those inflationary pressures in the market. Hence, gold ripping, even with the dollar going up. You would typically not expect to see the dollar up, gold up. That wouldn't make sense because the dollar is gaining in value. So if you think about it in terms of like a pair, like dollar versus gold, well, if the dollar's up, you would expect to see gold down. But that's not what we've been seeing. It's just there's so much demand in these markets for these types of commodities right now, in metals, that you're just seeing everything get bid up because the market isn't listening. The market is starting to listen, but it was almost like, remember, I think it was Kashkari's comments like last week that kind of started all this, like the aggressive selling. Like we've shifted trend a while ago. Like after we broke, I'll show you guys. After we broke this was really the main shift of trend here, 52.64. The big one obviously was what on Monday. But looking at this here, we've been a nice little downtrend for a while. Why didn't he just say bumpy? That's a good question. I don't know why he didn't just say bumpy. He could also just be talking. Like he just said something else that he wanted to say. What's better, physical gold or ammo? Who says you have to pick one? Goolsby, harder to get to 2% inflation absent housing progress. Why is he not talking about oil? He should be talking about oil. I mean, he almost doesn't have to, where everybody knows what the government is doing, draining the SPR. But Ung is getting slipped there. Is that ES? I think is moving back to the upside. That's why. Where's Bitcoin? How'd that 4-hour look? Because it was just stalled on the 4-hour. It came down a little, but nothing crazy. All they need is unemployment to spike. True, but I don't know how we're gonna get that. The dollar isn't actually increasing in value. The measures, but it's just people. The demand for dollars is higher. They're defending 5,000. Well, yeah, this is a big options expiration day. They're definitely gonna try and defend 5,000. They really had to short last night though, and they had to go to the futures market to do it. So all of that hedging that was coming in from all of those puts that they were expecting to run in the money, they were shorting the absolute nuts out of ES in Globex last night. It was crazy to watch. That was some wild price movements. Absolutely wild. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a massive amount of options expiration at 5,000. It's huge, right? So those levels are going to be very important. Yes. I don't think anything's really going to happen with this today. Maybe towards the afternoon. I think the big moves, if you start to see that volatility pick back up, it's going to be in the last like hour and a half of the day. So 2:30 on is probably when you're going to see things really start to get speedy. Like right now, you're seeing some like the ranges are big, but the actual speed of these moves is not. It's just a bigger volume type of day. Like you can see it in here. Like if you were to look at this on the daily, I would assume that this volume's picking up. Not really. That's interesting. It was fun. Squirrel, I know. If you held those positions which I don't know if you were able to because of that 1-hour window, but if you were holding those positions that like from that short, oh my god, that would have been like the one of the most ridiculous ES trades. Or NQ. Alert went off. ES immediately dumps. That was so fun until you felt the degen coming out. Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't touch it. Like, most of the time, I'm gonna get a lot of that discretionary stuff right. I just don't like doing it because it leads to just very bad habits, which is why I talk about with you guys so much is in the courses and on the streams, like making sure that you're trading with systems over discretion. Like, my system is not going to say trade overnight. Like, if I wanted to take some shots at some crazy like geopolitical conflict escalation, like, yeah, we could do it, but it just wouldn't be the smart thing to do. It just wouldn't. Let's see, RTX coming back up. Yeah, those alerts were pretty spot on, Ralph. Those you were nailing those. Where's Lockheed with all this? Has this hung out at the highs? Oh, Lockheed got sold off pretty aggressively there. They killed your shorts. You were gonna swing puts, but you fell asleep during the window. Ah, yeah. I still want a long. Like, I want to hunt for a long. How's Nike? It still looks good. Where's that Man U? There it goes. Tor with the Man U call out there, buddy. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it looked a little wonky on the shares just for where the risk was, but it's still good. Tesla high of day? Tesla just got eaten up? Mm, yeah. I mean, it's right there. I mean, well, right here, it's 150.93. It's like 151. Your long MNQ 354. Good luck, man. Good luck. I hope it pays off for you. KRE's up 1.5%. See, that's weird. I mean, that's why, what do you call it? DRV is probably getting hit too. KRE up. This is not going to be reacting positively to that. But again, it's not like the market's down that much. So that's to be expected, especially with the decay on those. Oh, more Goolsby comments. Come on. Asked about a possible rate hike if needed. Says, don't think anything is not on the table. Oh my. Oh boy, Mr. Goolsby. For you, the degen came out, you gained, and then lost your gains and more. Spent the morning working to recover the loss. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be playing that game. And again, that's an impossible thing to get into if you're trading with the strategies that I teach you. Like, think about it. If you're looking for those very specific things and those specific things don't happen, well, you do nothing. And understanding the data behind it, you're like, why would I do anything? It doesn't make logical sense to do anything. Let's see. Raytheon might try and make another attempt over 102. We'll see. We'll see. What are my thoughts on Tree? Let's take a look at that. What do I have? That's random. Tesla. Lending Tree. This is probably getting hammered with rates where they are. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. This is MK. I don't know if you're in the courses with us, but this doesn't fit anything. This is not going to fit anything that I would be interested in. It's going to be very rate sensitive as well. If rates continue higher, finance, rental, leasing, like, that's not going to be good for that. Let's see. Dude, I am so excited for VIX Insights to get released for you guys this weekend too. That is going to be epic. Absolutely epic. When you guys start reading those research reports, you'll be like, what? Yeah. I've got a lot of them ready to go. I have the first one that I want to do for you guys just in my brain, and I gotta write it out. Let's see. Still picking up how to catch them? Yeah, MK, I would go back and watch some of those videos. The setup is very clearly defined, and you want to make sure you're sticking with those. ES setting up for a short. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching this. Today, with this and everything that's been going on, I don't think I'm going to go near much. Like, that's 3 candles of, like, nothingness. It's too risky. Too risky. Let's see. Austin, the day trading strategy has to do with retracements off very, very, very specific levels. And if you once you see it, you're like, it's this simple. Yeah, I mean that's why it has like 16 winning months in a row. And then the Swing Kings course is I take the strategies that the most successful traders of all time have used, and then obviously put my own special twist on it to make it a little bit better. So that's what it is. I mean, you guys know the deal. You guys get 50% off the both of them. If you guys are showing that willingness to learn, I mean, I'm not going to make you guys pay twice. SMCI looking to test low of day. Ooh, that's bad. That's no bueno on that thing. Ung is selling off there. What the heck was that? Goolsby, it is not productive to speculate on conditions for raising or cutting rates. That's what you guys are all doing. That's literally what all of you are doing. You guys are all speculating on when to cut rates. Goolsby, get off the mic, pal. Get off the mic. This is just ridiculous. Sometimes these Fed comments come out, guys, and you're just like, what? What are you saying? 50-50 is next leg down, dangerous chop zone. You talking about ES or SPX? Because 50-50 is right up here. Right there. Do you think there's a chance they raise rates? I mean, there's a chance of anything, but it's for raising rates, it would be very slim, I think. If they started to go on another hiking cycle, I mean, because the problem is that even the hikes that they're going to do are not going to actually solve the problem. Shut the effing door. Let's see. ES chopping around, not doing anything. You got Raytheon screwing around. You got everything screwing around. DRV screwing around. Ung screwing around. Everything. Our correlation's going. Uh-oh. Where's silver and gold right now? Are they selling? Not really. They're still near the highs. That would get really interesting. Lulu and Starbucks looking good. Let's take a look at. Oops, I don't want it on this chart. I want it over here. Lulu, no. Starbucks might give you a setup if it's flat lines over here. Let's see. Yeah, Goolsby literally said it's a possibility to raise rates. Right. And he's just like, well, it's not helpful to speculate. And it's like, what do you expect everybody to do when you start saying things like that? Well, they're going to speculate on whether or not you're going to raise rates. He's just oh my God. These Fed comments are nuts. Janet Yellen going and talking with the Japanese earlier this week is a little interesting. Like, that is a little interesting development there, especially with what's happening with the yen still. Tesla's in the toilet. I'm not looking to do anything on Tesla in the near future until it shifts trend. I mean, that's really what you need on Tesla. It needs the trend shift. Let's see. I like this one. I think especially going into this weekend with RTX, if you start to see anything heat up, which last weekend was ridiculous, with all the news that was coming out with Iran and the drones, I think you could see something similar again. But it could just be a lot of posturing that you start to see. Like, you'll see statements from all of these officials and things like that, which could again move things around. I'd watch Bitcoin, especially with the halving. Let's see. The U.S. and Ukraine deal. Oh yeah, what is that? One step away from. Oh, that's the Hungarian prime minister. Claimed on Friday that there was a pro-war majority in Brussels and that Western leaders are one step away from sending troops to Ukraine. He vowed not to take sides in the Russia-Ukraine war as long as he's in power, saying that he's not one. That seems like a contradiction there. We have to occupy Brussels, push aside the Brussels bureaucrat. That is interesting. That is very interesting. No, I'm not doing that Janet Yellen impression. But team, it is 11 a.m. That is going to be wrapping up our stream for today. Remember, you guys have all weekend to get that 50% off deal to the best trading education that you guys are ever going to see anywhere. So I'll throw that link in here for you guys one last time. All you got to do is select the all-in-one access. You get both of them for the price of one or 50% off. And then again, those prop firm links are floating around somewhere if you guys like prop firms. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything crazy today. There's no reason to go trying to fly around and make a bunch of money, especially after the amazing week that we've had. I'll get that Swing King list out for you guys. We're gonna have the free newsletter out for you guys as well. I'm gonna start working on the VIX Insight stuff because again, the VIX Insight signups go out on Sunday. So team, great week. Lot of craziness. We're gonna have to continue to be nimble over the next few weeks here and maybe even the next few months into the summer. But obviously, we're gonna lead you guys in the right direction. So, team, have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. Again, if you guys have any questions on anything, once you guys hop into the educational courses there, feel free to message me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm always around to answer your guys' questions. So, team, I will see you guys later. Peace.